Alright, so first thing I do in my setup is I get my feet set. And I use that to get leverage and use the uprights to force myself into an arch. You'll see here, I've got this slowed down to 40% by the way, just so we can see every little thing that's going on. Get a good arch, and you'll see it looks way more exaggerated at first, but it starts to settle a little bit once I get fully set up and unrack the weight. But from here I'll make foot adjustments as need be. I got my feet correct the first time on this time, which is awesome, but I will make minor adjustments, sliding my feet around if I need to. So unrack, normally I take a hand off, but there by myself training. You'll see my elbows come down, I tuck them immediately, and I like to do the tuck and flare technique when pressing. So I try to throw the bar up over my face basically, and then when it's about halfway up, flare my elbows to catch it and complete the press. Simple enough. I just want to add a couple things because there really wasn't enough time to talk about it within just showing the bench itself. In regards to leg drive, the main cues I use are squeezing your glutes. You want your glutes tight at all times. It really helps with me a lot with overall tightness and engaging the legs. And then with your feet, you don't want to push down on the floor. You want to push back into your traps. So, cue pushing into your traps, feet to traps. And that's going to help you out, getting the most amount of leg drive you can get, and keeping your ass on the bench. Tight glutes, feet to traps. That also, so that pretty well, you saw the bench, saw my setup. I described, my upper body with the tuck and flare technique. That's my lower body, what I'm doing. I didn't have enough time to say it there, but also, that setup is usually reserved just for like singles right when I'm getting into meet prep. Even my 5x5s I've been doing, I set up in a similar fashion. I just don't set up with as much of an arch or as tight as I did in that video. That video was just to show my competition setup. That setup is really, really hard on my lower back. Which, like I've mentioned in videos prior, why I Larson press in off seasons and things like that. And even when I am training actual bench press, I still don't get in full competition setup because it takes away from the other lifts too much. So I just reserve it for the time and place that it's for, which is, heavy singles and the meet. If me personally did that every bench session, my squat and deadlift would go to shit immediately. And my bench would probably start going to shit at some point too, because I can't handle being that tight and that arched all the time. So it's my bench press, guys.